Hello Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another standard gameplay video, and today we are playing through the Omenpath in more ways than one. We are playing obviously the new set called Through the Omenpath, and we are playing the card called Through the Omenpath.
He said it! He said it!
One of those cards that have the same name as the set it's in. There's not many of them, but there's more than you probably think. Ether Revolt and All Be One are the two I can think of off the top of my head. Although in Target Dragonstorm, they did not reprint Dragonstorm, which I think was a missed opportunity for him. So, what is Through the Omenpath? It's an 8 mana enchantment, but it has Convoke, meaning you can tap your creatures to pay for one of that spell's creature's colour, or one generic. It says at the beginning of combat on your turn, look at the top 5 of your library. They put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So it basically cheats out creatures. So we do have some big creatures and ramp and ways to go wide to help with Convoke. So we have Land and White Elves. Collector's Cage can obviously put a Through the Omenpath for another big creature under it. And then because we're going wide, triggering it's not going to be particularly hard. Sirius Spider Silk Innovator we saw in the Spider deck last week. When it enters, it creates a 2/1, so it goes wide. Tender Wide Guide is a 2 mana 2/2 mana dork, but also we can offspring it for 2, meaning it produces another token. Cosmo Grand Zenith is just really powerful. I can go wide as well. Sandstorm Salvager, when it enters, creates a 3/3 golem, so it goes wide. Then 2 copies of Remarkable Readings, another new card. It's a 4 mana enchant land. When it enters, we create 3 1/1 green and white human citizen creature tokens. An enchanted land has pay 1, tap it, target creature gets +1/+1 to end of turn for each creature we control, but only as a sorcery, which is a bit silly. But obviously, it massively goes wide, really helping us get to Through the Omenpaths. Then 2 copies of Exalted Sunborn. 5 mana, 4/5 flying lifelink, and it doubles up tokens we control. And we can warp it for 2, meaning we can play it for alternative mana cost, but then we have to sack it at the end of the turn, and then we can cast it from exile later on for its full cost. So with all our token generators is a really good way to help go wide. And then our big things are Overlord of the Mistmoors and Crater Hoof Behemoth, and then 1 Galter Stampede Tyrant. Mana base, as you would expect, lots of plains, forests, various dual lands. We do have some blue for if you want to play Sirius on the other side, or if we want to transform it, and 2 of the multiversal passages from Through the Omenpath as well. We do also have 1 copy of Confessor's Bindings, another new card, a 1 mana enchantment. Good about end step, we may tap 2 untapped creatures and or treasures we control if we do draw a card. Otherwise, sack this enchantment. So we can't play this turn 1. Well, we can, but we're going to sack it straight away. But if we do go wide and need help card draw, we can tap things as well. We do have 1 copy of a Vendo, but you could probably take us out for 1 more forest, because sometimes not having an untapped green source on turn 1 for Land and White Elves is very annoying. So it's a fun deck when it works. It just suffers to removal. All go wide decks do, and I went for a run this afternoon, a very, very bad run of being on the draw and just having lots and lots of removal. So bit bitter about that. Although I built a deck yesterday and started playing, it was doing pretty well. So a fun deck, but not a particularly powerful deck. So hope you do enjoy it. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe. I'll give a shout out to my patrons. They are Arcadius, Michal, Thomas and Adrian. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you everyone else for your support, and I'll see you all in the gameplay. Our opponent goes first, but I think we've got an okay hand. Unless we're up against mono red, then we haven't got an okay hand. Let's get down a Land and White Elves. And we can get down a Salvager. Turn 2. 2 minutes survives. Which it's obviously not going to. Maybe it will. They should have taken out Land and White Elves. Well. Well. Let's Remarkable Readings. And we'll hold back. We're down to 9. Play this on white. And we'll hold back. The problem is, I think they think it says can't be blocked, not can't blocked. Can't block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we can't create a hoof. Play that on green. Another salvager. And our opponent scoops. Yeah, they kept on targeting the wrong thing. We go first with no green mana. This is better. Probably going to regret this. Let's actually put Lush Portico away. Am I going to regret that? Do we just play against this guy? Play some white. Cosmic Ground's a pretty good blocker. I'll happily take one as opposed to risk a lightning strike type effect. Let's create some soldiers. And that can enter tapped. Through the Omenpath would be good. Again, we'll take one. Let's get you down. Don't need that. Let's transform you. Don't have much use for the in web. But a 4/4 vigilance is alright. You're getting low on life though. I will sacrifice something. They just get a land. Well, I think we get down the salvager and just on-off springed, and then we can start buffing our board. Let's be aggressive. They have to triple block the Zenith or Surus. They're down to 11. Yeah. Now, when we're at 9, I think they should probably use that on us. Well, they have something. Or they don't have anything. Our opponent goes first. Ooh. Let's give this a keep. We can Surus turn 2. Angels, hooray. I think next turn we get down to the Zenith. I can't imagine they block. I would love a land of White Elves. That's not a land of White Elves. Well, you have reach, yeah. So let's transform you. And then next turn we can warp the Sunborn and then Sandstorm Salvager. I'm not entirely sure if that was what they wanted to do. Now the problem is, we can't block. Yeah. We're at 1. We need an untapped land. There's... I honestly don't know. The Archangel's tapped, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Masses for blockers. We can't land on what elves turn 1, unfortunately. There's a Godless Shrine. But we can offspring the Wild Guide next turn. We cannot offspring the Wild Guide next turn. Let's just play out Suris then, and hopefully we can find a land. Hopefully we can find a land. Hopefully our opponent does something. That's not a land. Let's get in. I mean, if we find a land, we can through the Omenpath. But I imagine they have a lot more ways to exile things. Ooh, there's a land. Just the Lonely Land and White Elves. Both to the bottom. Oops.